Okay, hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Ashley. I'm a makeup enthusiast. So, if you hear traffic, I live near a road, or if you're kids, I have children who are on spring break. And I also have my nieces and my nephews here, making it 500 times louder. If that's something that you don't mind and you like my content, please feel free to hit that subscribe button or the bell notification so that you can be notified every time I upload, because I upload 3 videos a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'd love for you to join my little family of madness and mayhem and chaos with kids and traffic and noise and everything else. So let's hop right into today's video. Okay, so today's video is one I've done before. It is palettes that I feel like are seasonally appropriate. So we are entering springtime here in the US, and so I'm going to be going over some springtime palettes. If you have some of these palettes, because some of them are older, please feel free to pull them out. Or if you don't, but you have something similar, feel free to use it. And shop your collections and find your springtime favorites and leave them in the comment section, because maybe we have them and we didn't even think about them. So some of these are discontinued, some of them are not, some of them I'm sorry if they're discontinued, but I feel like no better time than now to talk about something that may inspire you to pull it and use it, instead of always talking about new. But for the first one, we are going to talk about something new. This is the Adept. This is the Adept Plain Jane Remastered palette, and I love this palette just on its own. Throw your bronzer in the crease. Huh? Okay, throw your bronzer in the crease and just put one of these shimmers on your lid. Chef's kiss, especially like this whole bottom row. I love every single one of these shimmers, but like my favorites is actually ACI 9. Like I didn't think I was gonna like that. I was like, no. Hey! I was like, no. And then I also love ACI 11 and ACI 12. Just this whole entire palette, okay? Just screams springtime to me. From the multi-chrome purpley pinks to purple to blue, the purple to pink to blue, the multi-chrome, reddy, orangey, springy tone flower vibes, the green shimmers, just all of it. Please excuse my kids playing with their loud noisemakers. And I am going to be putting these away as we go, because I don't want these little monsters next to me to destroy it. So the next one is the now Unearthly Cosmetics. They used to be Alien Cosmetics, but they are now Unearthly Cosmetics, and that is the Capricorn palette. It is no longer available, but this just screams to me springtime. These pinks, these reds, I just think of like roses blossoming, pink flowers blossoming. These purples, you can sheer them out. These deeper tones just to deepen out the look that you're making. This entire palette, and this yellow during summertime. Yes, please. Like, yes, just this whole palette is just scrumptious. Like one and done eyeshadow. I know that like 90s eyeshadow look is in, where you just do one eyeshadow look or one eyeshadow and throw it and call it a day. This is your girl. If you've got it, pull it out. Also, this look will be up on my channel. I'm not sure exactly when, but it will be going up. It may already be live. Okay, the next one is the Smoke and Roses palette. Smoke and Roses palette. I just think these berry tones, these pinks, these like pastel-y colors, as well as like these rosy tones, that just screams spring to me. Like rose tones, pastel tones, like mid-tones, these like pastel tones, these rosy tones. I just love this palette so much, and I think it just screams spring to me. Like this entire palette screams spring to me. When I think of spring, I think of like shimmers and like purples, like the pastel purples, or even like mid-tone purples. I think of like mid-tone to pastel blues, mid-tone to pastel oranges, mid-tone to pastel yellows. I think of mid-tone to pastel pinks, like just rosier tones, like periwinkles, mints, mint colors. Alright, this is gonna forever be in every single pastel, or every single, oh, that's them. I was like, what kind of ambulance is that? Okay, anyways, this is gonna be forever and always in my springtime looks, because this palette just embodies spring to me. Like the glittery shades that it has in here, I need to pull this out. I haven't pulled this out in a while. I might do another video where I shop my stash and like pull some of the shadows that I haven't. I need to do that. I need to do like 2 or 3 of those, because there's been like a couple palettes where I'm like, I pulled that out a while, and then I'm like, I need to pull it out because I really do love it. Anyway, off topic. This will forever be a pastel palette. I mean, just look at this. These like tealy shades, this like lavender shade, these rosy tones again. There's even some neutrally tones that can make a neutrally with a pop of color if you want to. The Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde just is it for me, sis. Let's start to learn and play in this fabulous Abby's Here's another one that I don't think is available anymore, but this is the Now Unearthly Cosmetics Strawberry Milkshake. Yeah, Strawberry Milkshake palette. Like this again just springs, or scream. Why do I keep saying spring to me? Screams spring to me. Like, can we like just admire how beautiful it is? I was hoping to have 2 other palettes that I wanted to pop into this video. I might talk about them at the end because actually I haven't used them. I don't know the quality of them, but I did purchase, and I do think the color story is spring. They just haven't quite made it to me yet, so I don't quite know what that is. But anyways, this one is definitely a springtime palette. This lavender, this pinks, these red berry tones, the yellow, the greens, just all of it. Spring. It's no longer available, I think, but if it is, I will. Editing me will pop it up on the screen. So this one is a newer one. Yeah. This one is a newer one to my collection, but it is quickly become a favorite in my collection because it blends beautifully. It's easy to work with. The color story just like draws me in. And that is the Conquer the Queen, or Watch the Queen Conquer. Watch the Queen Conquer. And these, again, these berry tones, these orangey mint, or these orangey peach tones, these bright bubblegum pinks, these like different pinky purple tones, and then these like yellow chartreusey mustard shades, these like bright corally red shades. Just like all of that screams to me spring, summer. So like this is a good spring summer. I mean, not gonna say that this is gonna be in my summer palette, but like it might be. Hint hint. It's probably gonna make it in there. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. Okay. Did my kids get into you? Did they ring you? They might have. It's fine. They probably did, because I see little like fingery prints. Anyways, this is the Rowan Beauty 1111 palette. Again, here we go with these rosy tones. And it just has so much dimension and shimmer to it. This is where my love for cream shadows truly came from, is this Rowan palette. And then even like this grungy deep tone, like it just allows you to like deepen things out if you need to and add depth and dimension. And then just look at the shimmer, like I just think of like rain, like raindrops on the ground, just this beautiful color. This is the, I don't know if this one's available, but if you have it, please pull it out. This is the Celestial Divinity Floor Fantasy. This little quad, definitely spring. Just throw this in the crease, pop that on the lid, in your corner, or even just swap this out with this, put a little bit of both, who cares. Do these two, bronzer, do these two on the lid with this in the inner corner, bronzer, do this with on the inner corner, like, can we just admire that? Like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, this quad. I mean, when you look at it, you're like, okay, there's nothing truly outstanding, right? And then you put on your lid, and even though it's not outstanding, we probably have these colors 1,000 times in our collection, but you don't think to pair those colors together. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't anyway. I don't think to like pair the colors together. Okay, this is the Violet Intuned. Yes, yeah. This is the Violet Intuned from Viseart. I love this palette. I think of springtime, I think of fall time when I see this palette, because these mauve tones definitely make me think of like fall, but yet these brighter, more pastel colors make me think of spring. So this is like a versatile spring fall palette. That's what I was trying to say. Just didn't portray it quite as I intended it. But I love this palette. Viseart is slept on. They have a 36-month shelf life. They blend easily. 9 times out of 10, if I feel like I have a face or eyeshadow look and I can't seem to make it work, like something's wrong, something's not jiving, I tend to grab for one of my 2 Viseart palettes to like fix it, because they kind of just like fix everything. I don't know. And they just have like these undertones that just like work, if that makes sense. Like they just do it. They do it, and they do it right, and they know what they're doing, is all I can say. Like, they know what they're doing it correctly. They're here for the sisters and the girls, and they're like, we got you, we see you, we're here. Okay, hold on. That was dramatic. Okay. The Red Dragon palette from Odin's Eye. This one is no longer available, and it's so sad. I'm so sad. However, if you are not, hit that subscribe button, because I will be giving away one of these palettes in a future giveaway. I just think that these 2 rows right here scream spring to me. And then even this like mustardy yellow, this shimmer, just specifically these like 6 shades-ish, 7 shades. I'm kind of like borderline because it's kind of more of a deep tone. But like these 8 shades, 8 shades in here totally speak spring to me. They also speak fall, but mostly spring, you know? Like, I just think spring when I see this, because this shimmer just grazed over the lid, just effortlessly, just like on the lid, just like very gently, delicately, just grazed across your lid, just with a bronzer, or even like one of these shades. I see spring.
Can you help me find the rocket?
Okay, we're on the last palette. Okay, we did it. I thought this was going to be so much longer, but I guess because I'm just kind of breezing through it. Okay, so this is the Natasha Denona Pastel Palette. Okay, so this is the Natasha Pastel Palette. It's what's on my eyes today, and it is so beautiful, so stunning. These shimmers work beautifully. They look beautiful. They just give you something. They're here for the girls. The pastels, again, totally spring vibes. Throw one of these pastels in your crease and then throw a shimmer on your lid, like a monochromatic look. And we're here for it. Like, look at this, brisk and aquatic. Like, it's what I have on my lids today. How stunning. Or it's part of what I have on my lids today. But it's just easy to work with. It's blendable. The color story is just totally spring to me. You can't go wrong. You can't. You can't. That I do not have with me, but I was hoping to have before I filmed this video, but they're taking forever to wind up in my mailbox. So here we are. The first one is the Pastel Palette, and same thing with the Strawberry Milk Palette. These color story, the pinks, the greens, these like grungy tones, these shimmers, but they're not super grungy. They're more like neutral leaning, like these neutral leaning bright colors just totally scream. Just the whole color story of it screams spring. I have not been able to use it yet because it has not showed up in my P.O. box, so I don't have it here with me to show or to talk about the quality of it. But as far as color story, if you have it, definitely reminds me of spring. And the next one, the last palette is the Hindash Monochromats palette. The color story just screams to me spring. I love the gradation from the light to the darker of each tone. So you can do monochromatic looks with it for springtime. I love that it's an all matte palette because we all have a ton of shimmers, so we can definitely easily get a shimmer to go with it, whether it's a highlighter or whatever. And stick tuned. Whenever that shows up in my P.O. box, I will be doing a look with it. I don't care if it's super old, I'll be doing a look with it. And then I'll be putting it head to head with Natasha Denona. So with that being said, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any of these palettes and you didn't think springtime, please bust them out for spring and get some use out of them. Remember to show your collection some love before purchasing something. And if you have any springtime suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button, the bell notification, so that you can see me on one of the 3 times that I upload, because I'd love for you to be here. And I shall catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.